Alright, we're getting there. So even with miscounting, I think we'll still probably win, because I don't think they can kill us on the next turn with all those extra creatures. I think we should be fine with cards. It's more and more. Oh my god, we'll soon break 50, man. Alright. Gaining 3 life, paying 1 life, drawing a card, and getting mana from the exile phase. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today deck we have never showcased in the history of this channel, and with the new additions, we finally have to. This deck goes absolutely crazy, and then it goes more crazy, and then it goes ballistic, alright? Because with the new additions, not only you have the Bloodghast, which is a free creature that gets back from your graveyard for free every turn when it gets killed, which triggers all the root synergies, and the new card Dredger's Inside. This card seems small, but when you start playing with this, we'll showcase it in the video. So this is absolutely crazy, and it also gives you something from the graveyard. It means it's the perfect card, and you underappreciate it, I guarantee. And of course we have roots that get benefit from something leaves the graveyard. For example, Bloodghast, when you play a land, like you already get so much value from this. And the final, the god part, Ketramose, the new down. That's why we are going Abzan with this deck, because this is extremely nice creature with this kind of deck. Whenever 1 or more cards are put into exile from graveyards and from battlefield during your turn, important, you draw a card and lose 1 life. It doesn't matter because you gain life from this, and that means you can keep drawing cards to stack roots, get all the new creatures, and basically infinite chain value. Oh my god, this deck goes crazy. And of course, when you exile 7 cards, you can start attacking with this. It has Menace, Lifelink, and Indestructible. Pretty good card. All of this for 3 mana. And by the way, for Ketramose, you actually don't need to exile a creature. It could be a land, which is really nice because you want creatures exiled for other effects, so you can always get lands for this one and keep drawing cards forever. So guys, this is a very hard deck to play. Not gonna lie, this is a challenge, but we will do our best and we will win quite a lot of games, so I think you'll like it. And before we start our engines to the gameplay, our absolute legend for today is Stackhouse A. I always hope I said it right. Really thank you, my friend. I really do appreciate your support, and thank you for being part of the channel. And you know what? I know you enjoy Golgari. This one doesn't have too many Planeswalkers, but I think it's extremely interesting, and it goes even crazier than the Planeswalker deck, so I hope you like it. This one is for you, and yeah, with that being said, let's go to the gameplay. Alright, and we are starting with roots in our roots deck, so this should go absolutely crazy very quickly. Surveil. I actually don't need this one. We don't have double black. We actually don't have double black. Okay, I might regret it. I will take it for the sake of Bloodghast on turn 3, but we'll see. Maybe I should just go Overlord and go, with this one, but we'll see. And we go with roots. Oh my god, will they really miss the land? Don't tell me you took a 1-lander! Alright, good. Tome, already drawing cards, that's crazy. And I'm pretty happy I took this land, man. Like, this will be a huge deal. And let's start making, some plans, I guess. And I think we won't tap like this. I think this is a little bit better tap. We want to get rid of those Bloodghast, so, they're in the board doing work. And I hope to hit a creature. Alright, perfect. See, that's why we left green mana. So we can play it on the same turn, which will give us a lot of extra pressure. We need to go fast. They basically got 2 mana acceleration instantly, so that's insane. Do we want this one? That will be a bit of a... I think we go for Dredger's Inside. We can hit then this, and it leaves the grave. Okay, I think this is okay. I think we actually keep both. It's kinda a combo, And we have enough mana so we can double black and also dredge. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I don't want to use this if I don't have to, especially that it will get pumped with the new creature, right? Leaving the graveyard. Front Spider. I get the goodies, so I can activate some abilities sometimes. Not sure if that will be very relevant, but we will try. We will try. I mean, we need to go hard here. Maybe we just play this, man. I think this might be a good idea. Oh, we get the Bloodghast. Nice. Let's go. Creature leaving the graveyard. We get the creature, we gain life, and this is going crazy. I have to say, we both have our full engines, and this will get scary very quickly. Honestly, think we go with this. Bloodghast provides a little bit more pressure, I guess. So it's not bad. We don't have a way to exile anything from the graveyard right now. Alright, I will go with this. And we cannot really attack unless we go with this with Maverick. And it's okay, let's go. We can use it on the same turn. They really don't want to block this. Yep, 3 damage. 3 damage. It will take a while for the Overlord to take over. And of course, them drawing 4 extra cards and gaining 4 life is definitely not, you know, helping us. But when we get going, we can go very crazy. We're still not there yet. We need a little bit more. Vault. I mean, they're definitely using all the tools. This is extremely similar to one of the decks we've been playing. Oh, and here's your honk for the day, because I often forget. Here's another tome. We even use the same skin, or sorry, the art. It's not skins, it's just art. So what can we do here? I can get 1 Bloodghast. We can pump everything, which is really nice. Right, I think we go like this. We'll draw something on the next turn. And this also pumps everything, so maybe we can attack a little bit better. I didn't do the map, but it will definitely help us a little bit at least. And then we can decide how we end this turn. We need to start being aggressive. They probably play Sweeper. Well, they have only blue mana. There are some blue things that can be a bit of a sweeper. I'm not sure if they play it. We can attack with those two. Alright, let's go for the attack and see what happens. They don't really want to block most of our creatures because they come back in different ways. And they pump the board, so I think this won't be as easy as it might seem for our opponent. They can't pump it, right? Yeah, this is a good attack. And every creature, if they block, something is wrong for them. Alright, so they went for the most damage mitigation, which is probably a smart choice. And now, we can go for Bloodghast. Do you think they will exile? They don't have the mana, so I guess not. Let's go like this. If we hit some good cards, we can just go crazy with this in the board. Bloodghast is a little bit more aggressive option, but I really hope that we can find some synergies and start doing those cards. That would help a ton. And soon we'll have the Overlord, so if everything goes wrong, we'll just go with the Overlord. Oh boy, this is interesting. I wonder what they are going for. Like, they have absolutely something scary at the top of this deck. And I don't know exactly what. They have so much mana. This is what, 3? 8 mana already? And they can produce even more. If they play land, that's also another one. And with Vault, they can have 2 extra mana on the next turn. Okay, that's the pay. Alright, so we kinda know what's up. They will keep sacrificing artifacts, and I honestly think that we just need to go super wide and try to full swing before they can get all this value and all this life gain from the tombs. And they still need to pay mana for it, so that's a bummer a little bit for them. Synthesizer, sure, so the huge creatures are starting to enter the board. There will be what, 6/7/7 right now, I believe. 8/8 because the construct is an artifact as well. But it's not super scary yet, and we can always keep the creatures like Maverick and the Dreamthief to block, so we can exile them from the graveyard then. And our opponent won't like it. Alright, this is a nice draw. This is a nice draw. So we swing. I cannot exile anything right now, so we have to swing here. I think this is a pretty decent attack. Even if they can make a creature at the end step, it shouldn't kill us on this turn. Especially that we have the Dreamthief. We're a bit bottlenecked on the black mana, but maybe we can use this guy. Alright, mitigating the most damage. Probably going with the Tom so they don't get ambushed with some weird spell. Oh my god, it's... it doesn't have to be ours. Oh man, this is huge. We just drew the card from our opponent getting Maze Mind Tome last page counter. Oh boy, this will hurt them. Let's see what the card is. Man, I have to say, this deck is absolute madness to play. There are so many plays and interactions that it's just crazy to play it perfectly. And I know where it is. You need to play a little bit of this deck to, you know, get perfect gameplay. Alright, let's start with this. This should start to get us going. And we can start using mana. Maybe we can use Tyvar to get all the tokens to provide extra mana, but we'll see. What is the card? Let's go for the Dreamthief. So we can get all the value. I kinda want the life gain as well, because those constructs will hit like an absolute truck. Bloodghast? No, we probably want this, because they really don't want to attack into this. It pumps the whole board when they kill this, because we exiled it from the graveyard. Out. Absolutely out. Into the graveyard with you. Alright, something that exiles itself? Nope, a land. Okay. Man, Overlords are always late in this deck, but we are having a pretty decent board with gods, vampire spirits that are coming back, and plants that give mana and also terrorize our opponent. So we have a little bit of everything. I don't see white mana for Glyph Bridge, so that's why I'm not really scared of a sweeper. I might be proven wrong, but I will try. Synthesizer. This is not super scary because they still need to use all the mana. They can get a lot of constructs, but I don't think they will get enough. And they also don't really want to attack unless they kill us in one turn. Otherwise we might get too much value. This also has mana, so if we get to a stage where we have 7 cards exiled, which I'm not sure if it will happen, this also takes 2 blockers alone. And lifelinks, which is nice. And of course they don't want to block Mavericks. Alright, we're at the 3. They can also get the fish, but it shouldn't matter too much. Another tome and another life gain. But they used all of the life gains so far. The net can be very annoying, because they can try to, you know, mitigate our defenses by manipulating it, then play another Braid's that net, and it's like 3 creatures tapped in total. So they can actually put a hole into your defense. We need to draw something. They're crafting with the artifact. Interesting choice. 5 constructs. 65 damage. This is definitely a good start for them, but is that enough? I'm not sure. We'll go with this guy. Because we are getting more value by just getting more cards from the graveyard, and we probably should get something that can be exiled. Will we? We have the Maverick, which is really nice. Let's get this. And now we can go absolutely crazy with those roots. Maybe we can attack on this turn and win. Let's see. They have only 1 Reacher. I mean, they will just block this. It doesn't matter too much, I guess. But they also don't really want to kill this. Alright, alright. We're doing cards, we are doing a lot of stuff. I tell you, this deck is just absolute craziness in every way. We don't have the Cauldron, so we cannot give this ability to anything. We don't have Tyvar, so it cannot be activated on the same turn. We probably will play this. We can play all of the creatures, but that gives them extra turn. Alright, I think it's time to count. They can block 6 best creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't remember. So this is what? 4, 6, 8 damage. I think we have Leaf on. I think we actually have lethal. And this also has haste, but we need to use this. Yeah, it's not worth it. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I needed to tap better. It's fine. Let's go. We need to swing all on this turn, because this is probably the last turn. If they have had the braided net, I think there is a chance they could survive this. But at the same time, they wouldn't have two constructs, right? Because they created them with the flip. Full swing, and I think this should be a victory. I hope. Is it a victory? Did I miscount it? Did I not consider summoning sickness? All of this is very possible. But this is 3. 7 damage? No? Less? Is it less? I think it's less. Oh boy, this will hurt. Okay. So what can we do here? We need to survive one turn. We can go for this. It gives us 1 creature and 1 card. Oh, we also get Dredging. And this is an ability, so it's kinda nice, I guess. Let's try. We have 26 life. We can use those 3 for blockers. The gut is not ready here. Okay. The Cauldron would be so much better. Alright, we're getting there. So even with miscounting, I think we'll still probably win, because I don't think they can kill us on the next turn with all those extra creatures. Let's go. Down to 27. And we have what? 4? Man, we have so many blockers, and this even flips. Finally, the Overlord! Just in time to defend us. Yeah, I think I didn't count the summoning sickness on the new creatures. It's fine, you win anyway. Yeah, they only have 5 creatures that, make a difference, and we only need to block 4 of them. And we have what? Enough. I think we should have enough to go super wide. We'll see how many, synthesizer constructs they can create in one turn. They have 4 cards and basically infinite mana for the artifacts. And also the pay, but it costs 2 mana. So I would guess they can create like 6 to 8 creatures at least, maybe even more. So we will see, And we have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, or maybe even 12. If we can exile 3 cards. We can definitely exile one of them. And the Bloodghast gets the haste effect, which is nice. So we have 1 extra basically. We can pump all the plant tokens as one. Alright, I mean I think we should win anyway. I think they are just 2 behind on board. But you need roots for this. If you don't have roots, you just won't go so wide. Like, we would have half of this board. Yeah, they're trying to kill creatures while creating theirs. 9 constructs. So this is what? 162 in power and 162 in toughness. And I think it's not enough for us. Alright, now they want to transform. I don't think it really matters. Like, I don't even need to block one of them. Really? This is an interesting play. They still have 3 mana here. Yeah, definitely Spider doesn't make sense to attack. So we ignore one of the constructs and we block the rest. I mean, I think this is kinda forced. Like, I don't think we have a choice here. Alright, I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. Because they tapped most of their board as well. We can go for... Oh, we can just play this probably. So let's start with this one. And then we go for the Cauldron. Because that can pump everything and it uses the Power Stone. I guess we don't have the plant, so it actually doesn't buff anything. I will go with this. Maybe you can hit something. Alright, what is the card? Get one of those. Well, the life gain doesn't matter. I think we still win, right? We should have enough damage, but I just want to maximize it so we don't lose, randomly again. And that's a full swing. Because we cannot exile enough for this one. 16 cards. Alright, and we can take one more card. Bloodghast is so nice, but probably not relevant anymore. Maybe you go Tyvar. No. Whatever, let's go for this. Yeah, I don't really think those effects matter, but what matters is that we have one attacker more than our opponent. And I think this time we counted right. It's 7 creatures to their 7 defenders, but they only have 1 with flying, with reach. What a game, what a game, and I think this is enough. Oh my god, they are double blocking with 40-40. That's fine, that's fine. We have a creature in the graveyard, and that is all that matters. And we get the cool creature as well. That puts a counter, and that's all we need, because this guy is not blocked. Man, imagine having like 200 in stats and losing to 1 drop. I mean, this is an opening, you know, it's not crazy opening. You really want those roots in the opening hand so you can start, you know, doubling everything, but we'll take it, we'll take it. And with this we can start life gaining. That should be really useful in this game. Oh boy, can I take the one card I really care about? Oh, Bloodghast, this is so good, this is so good. I think we go for the Cauldron, honestly. I really like this card here. And now we can go for the Dreamthief that can block the Siren, unless they go for the map token, but it slows them down. I'm sorry, it has to be this one. It pains my heart. It's also not a creature, so we keep the creature for this. Yes, the more the better. Oh my god, man, we will get 3 life by every every card that goes back into our hand. Yep. Artifact creature cards, so no lands. Alright, there are so many small things, like moving pieces in this deck, it's actually kinda crazy. It's not easy to play it perfectly, and I definitely won't, but we'll try to get as close to it as possible and, you know, still win games. So they went with map token so they can attack, but it cost them their last mana. So now they don't have amazing plays, and they don't deal really too much damage. The mirror is not great at dealing a lot of damage. And with this we can double play. Oh my god. Yeah, I misplayed a little bit. It's fine. We lost 1 life, I believe. But we'll get more later. Man, triple Dredgers inside is actually insane. Like, this is so hard to raise. I don't think we want the land. It's not the worst, but we definitely go for this first. Okay, man. This is insane. Oh my god, this is actually insane. Let's go for this. Alright, I need to focus. Whenever 1 or more artifact and or creature cards. Alright. I will go for it. I will go for it. Alright, and now we probably go for the Overlord. I think we are ready for the Overlord right now. This will be a huge value. Man, we are at 27. Oh my god, this is insane. And we will keep exiling cards. I will keep it just for blocking. Not sure if I will use it. And then we start attacking with Bloodghast. I have to say, Bloodghast is insane card. The fact that you don't pay mana for this effect is... Man, like, it's actually busted. Like, if you can be aggressive, you don't need to defend. This card is just amazing. You always will draw land, it always goes back. Unless exiled, of course. Interesting. Let's go. What is the play here? The play is to trade one of the creatures, which is super favorable for us. Bloodghast, alright. Not in the graveyard, though. That's probably the last card we want to play. Alright, I think we go with this. We attack with Bloodghast, because right now racing is super easy thanks to triple dredge. Now we get counter spell from our opponent probably. But I'm prepared for this sacrifice. And we play it first in case this resolves and we can exile a card from the grave. I mean, it kinda doesn't matter, right? It's using the cards exiled before this enters. So this should be fine. But then we wouldn't draw the card. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. And we play this, we pay the mana, and we exile whatever. I still need to read. I will never remember creature cards. So I actually want to get a creature card. Probably this one, because we will never need the second one, probably. Alright! Gaining 3 life, paying 1 life, drawing a card, and getting mana from the exile phase. Oh my god, I don't think they will be able to go from this. Like, we'll just try to crush them with simple, like, power in the deck. And they cannot even attack with Mastermind. This is not amazing. We have Painland, so I will try to hit a natural land. We'll see if it works, we'll see. I don't want tap lands because it feels so slow. Like, the game will try to explode in like 2 next turns, and we'll try to overwhelm them. I really want to go with Ketramose so we can start attacking and lifelinking. That would be amazing. It's probably not easy for them to remove this. It's not a bounce deck really, so they probably cannot bounce this. Unless they play like into the Flood Maw. Nowhere to Run won't hit it. Go for the Throat won't kill it. You can see they're trying to raise, but their racing is 4 damage. I life gain more every turn, so it's just not working. The Mastermind will be a bit of a problem. And Anoint with Affliction just hits perfectly. Alright. Alright. I guess it works. However, I don't think this will work too much for them anyway. And I will try to set up the 4th one. We need to be careful about milling ourselves, but other than this, let's go for this one. This gives mana. 4 extra life. I cannot imagine them killing us through this. Like, 4 of them is just too much life gain, man. And I think we'll try to... Well, they are fully tapped. How many creatures we have? Quite a lot. Alright, I will actually go for this, because it's also instant damage right now, and we can always use it for future. Let's keep using our graveyard, like we have plenty. We absolutely have plenty. Like they have no way of racing. So the counter goes here, so we can start attacking even harder. I don't need more mana, I actually need this. We target this creature so it hits even harder. We exile, I think this. I think we should be fine with cards. It's more and more, oh my god, we'll soon break 50, man. And of course, this deck is actually surprising to me. I never expected the Dredger's Insight will get you so much life gain. Like, I knew it can, you know, help, but man, we are literally doubling our starting life total while being hit every turn. Like, this is a little bit crazy. Sanctuary, they realize they need more power. It won't work, it's not enough. Like, we're at 31 and they're at 14. So what do we do now? Actually really want the Bloodghast, but maybe we can go with Tyvar. And this is actually pretty nice, but I think we have better plays. Let's just try to get as many creatures in the board as possible, life gain as much as possible, 26 cards. Important. Now we go Tyvar. We can play Tyvar. We could also go with Bloodghast and try to pump more damage. I mean, it kinda might be better. And first we want to attack with this. We probably want to put the counter as well. They don't have really good blocks. And I honestly think we can invest more creatures. Well, let's take theirs. Let's take theirs so we can put the counter. So now I have the ability. Oh my god. But we need the stun counter. We probably won't get this one. 5 damage. Inevitable. That's what we call it. We go Bloodghast. With so much life, we can basically ignore all the defense and just go absolutely all in. And we go for land here. Whenever we get a new god, we will already have 9 out of 7 cards, so we can instantly block. And I mean, let's play this, cause why not? Alright, I think we should win this game super hard, honestly. I'm not going for like crazy value. I could play Overlord, but it's very chunky, very slow, and we should draw enough so we can keep going. And if not, we can just keep, you know, exiling cards and life gaining. Tyvar is nice. They have 5-7 damage right now. It actually gets us below 20. Not even 21. Oh man, they don't have nice time ahead of them. And they need to block at the same time, but they have Sanctuary, so it's a little bit easier for them. But we have the Cauldron, so we can always pump a creature. Mockingbird. Okay. So we definitely don't want to draw cards on our turn. We might be forced though. Do we have a creature we care about? I don't think it matters. So what we will do here is probably swing core and see what happens. See what happens. They could double block the Ghast, but that will cost them so much. They're going for it. Sure, that's fine. We could actually just pump it, but it's 5 damage, so it's not worth it. So I think instead we'll try to exile the Siren. Maybe I should exile my creatures, but I think this should be good enough. And we'll pump the Bloodghast, so we can make the successor. And let's see if they have interaction. This is good. They also lost the land. They have 4 Reef, and they're at 4, so this will be a huge problem for them. I could just try to hit something else, but no, let's just play this. This should pressure them quite heavily. We are back to 20. It feels like we just started the game. This is kinda disgusting, man. So much life gain out of nowhere is just insane. So what do we go for? This is probably too slow. Tyvar? No. I think... let's go Tyvar maybe. We can always take the creatures back. We just overpay mana, but maybe we get some better use of it. We have probably 6 on the next turn, so it should be good enough. Sure. So they're trying to race as hard as possible, but their deck is just too weak. Like, they don't have stats, they don't have aggression, and our defense is too good. Alright, and we started the game against Awesome Dat, and I think we have to concede. Like, morally, we need to concede if we are winning. So let's go with the roots. We can start already very quickly and start getting our creatures out of the graveyard. And Bloodghast is already waiting for this 10 or less life. Oh boy, and our Awesome Dat is playing Dimir, which is super cool. I legit will concede the game if we win, like, in the last turn, just for, you know, for the sake of encouragement. So what can we do on the next turn? I think we go Dredger's Inside. Momentum Breaker. I mean, that's a creature. Oh, I don't think they will like it a lot. Because now the creature is in the graveyard. And let's get the perfect mana, shall we? Oh. Oh, right. It's free! Of course it's free, it just has haste. Of course everything is free. We're playing aggro. So let's go for the Dredger's Inside. I probably should start with it then. And we are already making some insane progress, man. Oh my god, I want this card so much. Let's go. Let's go. We will play it on the next turn. Oh my god, I think we already won the game. This did not even start, and look at our board. All of this in a single turn, and I mean it actually doesn't stop. And we are playing against basically best Dimir right now. I think this probably will be best Dimir with full bounce synergy. Alright, how do we do it? I think we actually go for the land here. Alright, they have some speed. And this is finally our turn. I think we go with this so we can get all the extra mana. Yeah, do we have a creature here? Yes, we do! Alright, I really want to get some good value here. Untap target creature. Alright, this should be good enough, right? So we go for black, white. Oh, but I need to reanimate. But I think this, we have one turn. We can go for it. We untap this guy. And now we play this. And the next turn is looking absolutely bright. I think I will keep this land. Yeah, I think we'll go for it, so we can protect the Overlord. And of course we swing, because that's what we do, and they really don't want to block. We cannot block with the God, because we don't have enough creatures. So actually I'm super happy with this trade. Yeah, that's it. They definitely want to start bouncing Nightmares. Momentum Breaker kinda does nothing for the rest of the game, because every time we do the shenanigans, we are getting so many free creatures that they just cannot trade 1-for-1, especially for 2 mana removal. See, that's why we kept the land. Alright, I'm a little bit scared for the speed thing, but this should be good enough. Man, we could actually just play it, but I will go for the impending. I think this is better. We get the card. And this deck is insane! Oh my god, we are getting so much value from this. Alright, we get everything and the live game on top of this. We can activate every creature, right? And this is cool. Like, there's no way they're coming back. And every time we exile something from the graveyard... Oh, I forgot to concede, but they conceded faster. Alright, going first. This is an interesting draw. I will take it. I'm actually kind of excited for this one. We go for Golgari mana. I mean, this kind of allows us to ramp on the next turn, so I will start with this one. Then we can Maverick, get something in the graveyard. And, we'll see what happens. Hero. Well, not for standard, that's for sure. What can we go for? I think we have to go with this, right? We don't have cards, so we cannot go for anything cool. Let's start like this and see what we can surveil. Huh. This isn't a bad draw, but it's pretty darn slow. We have fast lands. I think we just go like this. We could go for the Cauldron and start exiling stuff, so we can get rid of this for mana and this for counter. It's not the worst. And we can prepare cards to exile. You know what? I kinda like this play. I'm not sure if that will be winning one, but we'll try. And maybe we can ambush our opponent with a 2-2. Who knows? It's not like Monored read those cards, right? They just full swing. Yep. Full swing, please? Thank you. I tell you, man. They never actually, you know what the cards do in standard. As long as they can swing, they are happy Monored player. Free trades all day long. Shame scoop. Dirty Mike if I've ever seen one. Oh boy, what a win. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I know that there will be some comments. I know there were misplays, and you know what? I don't even feel bad about it. Why? Because this is actually a hard deck to play. Not only you have so many different effects, you have all those exile effects with different creatures, different ways with the Cauldron, with the Overlord and Dredger's inside. Everything works very similarly, but in a different way. Everything gives different abilities. With Tyvar, you can of course use the, the new plant tokens, so you can get the mana from them. You can untap something. You can get the Maverick in the graveyard. Then you can exile it, put the counter, then you get all the 3. Like, there's so much in this deck. For some point, I actually thought that you'll gain 1 life. I don't know how I read it, but you actually lose 1 life. That's why it's so important to have this Dredger's Insight, so it never, hurts you really. And the more cards you have, the more Dredger's Insight you have, and probably you are starting to live gain way more than you pay over the time. And you always have 1 god because it's legendary anyway. So even though we played it not optimally, it felt very powerful, it goes absolutely over the top, and when you master it, it only gets better. And in the way we are reviewing the deck, and the deck that is winning without correct driving, I mean, sign me up. This This means it's a good deck. So honestly, this is a very interesting one. I think this is more what Magic should be. This will always distinguish a good experienced player against someone who is trying the deck basically for the first time. And there are some interesting choices. I went with this build because this made the most sense, even though we don't really get too much synergy with Cauldron, we don't have like abilities. We have this guy, but milling card, exiling one, card from the graveyard for mana, it's okay. It's okay, it's nice, but maybe we have something better. I'm not sure. I thought that Cauldron is good enough. It also hits your opponent's graveyard. You can go for the the vacuum thingy, and I think it's very slow. 6 mana is so much for this deck. So most of the time you just exile cards from the graveyard and don't really do anything with this. So I think those +1/+1 counters and potentially giving abilities also from your opponent, like you can exile your opponent's creatures, and I believe you always get the abilities with all the +1/+1 counter creatures. So I think it's still the better choice. I went with 2, but maybe like 3 would be better. Bloodghast, absolutely amazing. This card surprised me so much, but it's like we know this effects from the older formats and they are powerful. You need to be on the offensive though, so that's some limiting factor. If you are defending, this doesn't help you at all, but on the offensive, oh my god, this is crazy. And the fact that it gets back into the battlefield, basically when you play a land and then the creature leaves the graveyard, which triggers all the roots and dredgers inside, stuff like this. This is kinda insane in this deck. This card is always good, but in this deck it just gets twice the normal value, and if your opponent is at low life, you have seen that it makes the difference. So oh my god, I was so surprised. This card is insane, and Dredger's Insight is absolutely like so powerful. I knew this would be okay card, but oh my god, after I tried it, you gain so much life. Man, you actually can erase most of the decks because you are life gaining so much, they actually cannot pierce through it. Not even talking about killing you, like you are actually getting ahead on life total while being attacked every turn, especially if you stack 2 or 3. Oh my god, like you are going crazy. So guys, I really like this deck. It's very weird. It plays completely different than anything I have tried. And I think that if you master this deck, you can go a long way with this. Of course, you need, like, those roots are so important for your gameplay. You only have 4, so sometimes you will have to play the game without it, and the deck becomes way weaker. But I think Ketramose, if you can set it up, helps a lot because you are drawing those extra cards. That means you are probably drawing this. Insight is probably already there if you didn't draw roots, so you are probably life gaining and just kinda trying to smooth the draw. And with all the 1-drops with Maverick, you can surveil too and a little bit fix your draws. Mana is sketchy. It's 3-color aggro deck basically, but it's an aggro deck that also can go absolutely wide, absolutely high. Like it can do everything in the late game as long as your opponent doesn't interrupt your chain. Definitely when they remove Insidious Roots, I mean, it sucks. Like, this is your main card, so that's probably the biggest weakness of the deck. Reliance on this card as the main strategy. But what can you do? You only have one kind of effect like this that is very unique right now. So I like the deck. I hope you liked it as well. And before we wrap up, huge thank you to all of our patrons, and just, thank you for all your support so we can continue making decks like this, making misplays, learning from them, and making sure that standard is always exciting for all of us. So with that being said, really thank you guys for all the kindness that you have shown to me, to this channel. I couldn't be more thankful, and I mean, what more to say? See you guys tomorrow.